In Isaiah chapter 42, verse 8, the Bible says, I am the Lord, that is my name, and my glory will not to give to another, nor my praise to curb images. God will not allow His glory to be given to other gods, or He will not allow rivals, okay, to dispute His sole and absolute sovereignty. That is why God is jealous. No? Nakuha niyo yung difference? People like you and me, nagkakaroon tayo ng jealousy because yung kaibigan natin o yung kamag-anak natin ay meron na wala tayo. But God is jealous because He is being jealous of the thing that belongs to Him. Our praise, our worship, our service belongs to God. And if we give it to other gods, that we are making God jealous in that manner. I remember nung bata pa si Vincent, bata pa siya, ngayon matanda na siya, okay? Whenever we go out with either a relatives or friend, ang ginagawa niya madalas is she will separate from us, from me and my wife. No? And will spend most of his time with either my brother or with either my friends. No? And many times I talk to my wife and I am telling her that Vincent should spend his time with us rather than to our relatives or friends. And honestly, I am jealous for the fact that he is my son. Okay? And I can see him spending more of his time to other people rather than to us. Okay? And being his father, I have an absolute right for his time. I have an absolute right for his attention. But he chose to be with other people. Siguro, he finds me boring, that's why. No? See, God is jealous because what is due to Him is given to other gods. God is jealous when we worship and honor, when the worship and honor that is exclusively for Him alone is being enjoyed by false God. Okay? And I believe, even in our time today, God is not happy when the time that is due to Him, the time that is due for Him, is being devoted for something else. He is not happy when His people is spending their time for something or someone instead of being in the house of the Lord to worship Him and serve Him. He is not happy when His people always finds excuses in order not to be in the church on Friday or during Monday during the prayer meeting. No? God is not happy because something or someone is taking away, okay, the honor and everything that is due to Him. Kanina, sabi ni Joanne, Friday, nagising ka. Anong sinabi mo? Nagpasalamat ka ba sa Panginoon? Did you say thank you to God? Did you pray? Lord, thank you, I'm still alive. Thank you for the renewed spirit. Thank you for protecting me over the night. Did you pray to God? Did you pray? Did you say to God, Lord, thank you because it's Friday. It's another opportunity to worship you. Or pagkagising nyo ng umaga, gaganyan-ganyan ka pa, tinignan mo yung relo mo, naku, 11 na. May simba eh. Kaya lang, di pa ako tapos matulog. No? Minsan ganun ba? No? Minsan mas excited tayo, no? Kapag may invitation tayo galing sa mga kaibigan natin, kapag maggagala or whatsoever, no? Pinagpapalit natin yung time para sa Panginoon instead of nasa church ka and you are worshiping God. See, God, we have to be thankful that God has given us at least one rest in a week. Huh? You have to be thankful. First of all, why? Because you will find time to rest your body, to rest your mind. No? Okay? And most of all, that is an opportunity for you, okay, given by God, that you will be able to worship Him, that you will be able to meet Him. Okay? Minsan lang nakakalungkot. Pinagpapalit natin yung panahon natin sa Panginoon sa mga bagay na makamundo. No? Sometimes, hindi aattend ng church. And they have lots of reasons. Pagtingin mo ng Facebook, ATM. Na? Banding sa mall. Ha? Na? In the sandy beach. Na? Of course, sandy yun. May nakita ba kayong beach na hindi sandy? Okay? So, what I'm trying to say is, ang dami natin minsang ginagawang reasons, no? Para lang maka-escape tayo sa Panginoon. And God is not happy when we do that. I used to remember, I remember when I was young, maliit pa ako, hanggang ngayon maliit pa rin ako. No? Pag matigas ang ulo ko, lagi sinasabi sa akin ng nanay ko, Hudyo ka talaga. Ito na yun, Hudyo ka talaga. And now I realize why my mother is telling me, Hudyo ka pala. Kasi, ganun ang mga Jews. Stubborn. Matigas ang ulo. Paulit-ulit na nire-remind, paulit-ulit na sinasabihan, but then they still going back doon sa ginagawa nilang mali. No? Kaya kayo, pag matigas ang ulo nyo, Hudyo kayo. Mga kapatid, our time, our life, everything that in us does not belong to us. Everything belongs to God. That God, in His right time, if He wants to call you, okay, He will call you. When He wants to use you, He will use you. That's why we have to be ready. Anytime God calls us to serve Him. I've said earlier, whenever there's an opportunity to serve God, grab it. Dapat huwag ka ng mga tuwiran, kulang ng preparation, marami akong trabaho. No? Ay, lack of wisdom ako sa ganyan. Oo. Hindi ako matindang homiletics. No? Yung pala, hindi nagbabasa talaga ng Bible. No? Huwag kayong mag-isip ng mga dahilan. Whenever God is giving you an opportunity to serve Him, serve Him. It is not a burden. It is a privilege to serve a living God. Kaya nga nagalit si Diyos sa kanila. Mamaya, tignan natin. Romans chapter 12, verse 1. Paul said, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable, which is your reasonable service. That means everything. Your time, your money, your strength, your talent. What else? You have to share it, or we have to use that to serve God. See, God commanded allegiance or loyalty or faithfulness and worship to Him alone. God carefully maintains and protects what is rightly His. That's why God is jealous. God was jealous in the sense that He expected full devotion, not a partial or lukewarm commitment. No? God deserves a full devotion or full commitment from us. Recall all those good things that God has done for you and find any reason why you will not give Him your full service. See, God sacrificed His life for us. Hindi siya dapat nandun eh. He don't deserve it. He don't deserve to die in a manner like a criminal during that time. But God has given His life for us. No? We are redeemed by His blood. Because nobody, nothing could redeem us from our sins except a holy God. He has freed us from the bondage of sin. Okay? And therefore, it is but right to give our life to Him and serve Him exclusively. Therefore, if we choose to serve God, we have to serve Him exclusively, alone, solely. Right. So Joshua not only urged the people of Israel to serve the Lord reverentially, genuinely, and exclusively. He also urged them to serve the Lord resolutely. And that is my last point, and I will end up in this. Look at verse 15 of Joshua chapter 24. It says there that Joshua said to the people of Israel, "And it seems evil to you to serve the Lord, choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the river, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." Brethren, is serving God becoming unpleasant to you? Is serving God becoming unpleasant to you? Did you come to a point in your Christian life where you find yourself irritated, tired, and burdened because of serving Him? Or are you in a situation now whereby you feel like serving God becomes a boring routine and no longer interesting? I hope and pray na wala tayo dun sa situations na yan, ano? Joshua has enumerated, kung titingnan po natin yung background, yung mga preceding verses. Okay? By the way, this Joshua chapter 20, 24, 23. Okay, this is his farewell message to the people of Israel during that time, bago siya mawala. Okay? That's why he called yung mga leaders ng Israel during that time and the people. And he spoke these words. So Joshua has enumerated all the favors. You can read that in the preceding verses of 24. Enumerated all the favors and good things that God have graciously given to the people of Israel in spite of their stubbornness. Okay. Kung titingnan natin yung verse 14 and 24 ng Joshua, this is about selection. Joshua is telling them, choose you these days whom you will serve. Okay? So this is about selection. The God, the living God, or the gods which they father worship in the other side of the river. Okay? Yung election, okay, is a very familiar word sa atin. Just recently, we have an election sa Pilipinas, no? Kapag pipili ka ng iboboto, you would want to know what is the credentials of the person na tumatakbo for a certain office. No? And titingnan mo yon. Kagaya ng ginawa ni Joshua, inisa-isa niya yung ginawa ng Panginoon. Ano ba yung nagawa sa inyo ng Panginoon? Ito. Binigay niya sa inyo yung lahat, wala kayong kapagod-pagod. Nanalo kayo, naging victorious kayo sa mga labanan na hindi kayo ang nagpanalo, kundi ang Panginoon. Okay? So, inisa-isa ni Joshua yung mga ginawa sa kanila ng Panginoon. Like when we are in election, no? If you are a wise voter, titingnan mo, ano ba ang credentials? Ano ba ang naging achievement? Ano ba ang mga nagawa nitong candidate na ito para sa lugar ko or maybe para sa bansa? No? And from that, you will decide, okay, I will select this candidate. Okay. Maybe tinignan mo, ganda ng ano ito Ganda ng track record nito Okay, yumaman. Nagtinda ng lugaw, yumaman. Boboto ko to. Kami. No? Kasi yung pangangailangan namin, alam niya kung saan at sasamahan niya kami doon. Alright. So, what I'm trying to say here is that kung pipili tayo, because we are talking about selection here, Joshua is giving them an option of whom to serve. Titingnan natin, ano ba yung ginawa ng Panginoon sa akin? Ano ba yung ginawa ng Panginoon sa buhay ko? No? Personally, sa inyo, hindi ko hihintayin yung sagot nyo. Okay? I believe with all my heart that God has done a lot of good things sa buhay nyo. And the best thing na maaalala nyo lagi is that the salvation that you are enjoying now. Nobody will deny that. Okay? If you deny that salvation, don't argue with me, argue with the Bible. Or argue with Pastor Joseph and Pastor Boy and don't argue with me. I am not good in arguing. Okay. So what Joshua was trying to tell to the people of Israel, that if the goodness of God is still not enough for them, and they find in their heart that serving the Lord is a burden, and they no longer find pleasure in it, then have the freedom to choose whom they will serve. And if they will be able to find a better master, whom their service will be more pleasant and profitable. if we will try to recall what God have done in our lives, as I mentioned earlier, I don't think we will find any reasons, not even a small reason, no, why we are not going to willingly and wholeheartedly serve Him. Brethren, we may not have those gods or idols referred to by Joshua in verse 14 and verse 15. However, or someone says that we have modern idols, and there are many and comes in different forms and variety. Okay? So someone says, wala tayo, okay, good, fair enough. Wala tayo ng mga idols. We're not worshiping curved images or whatever images, no? But ang sinasabi is that, okay, there might not be the same gods, idols, as what have been mentioned by Joshua. Okay? But there are modern idols. Idolatry, he said, extends beyond the worship of idols and images of false god. He added, even for those who do not bow physically before the statue, idolatry is the matter of the heart. Idolatry is the matter of the heart. Pride, self-centeredness, greed, gluttony, okay? A love of possessions, and ultimately rebellion against God are what he called modern idols. Okay? Pride is common to everyone. Nobody can say or can deny that I don't have pride in myself. That is the reality. Everyone has that. Tracing back when sin entered into this world, pride entered into the heart of man. Maalala nyo yung kay Eva, yung kay Adan? That's why they hid themselves sa Panginoon. Okay? And when God asked them, bakit kayo nagtatago? Instead of telling God, Lord, we sinned against you. Ha? Anong ginawa nila? Nagturuan. So no one wants to akuin yung pagkakasala. No? And that is pride. Yun lang minsan ng marami sa atin, yung pride. No? Other than that, wala na. Ma-pride ka kahit wala kang pera. No? Sabi ng iba. Okay? Sabi ng iba, yung pride na lang ang natitira sa akin, mawawala pa. Mali. Okay. Self-centeredness. Minsan masyado tayong masyado tayong self-centered. Ang focus natin yung sarili lang natin. No? In what way are we becoming self-centered? I remember one time sa Antipolo, kwento ng tatay ni Pastor. May isang member at nagtampo. No? Bakit nagtampo? Kasi hindi ako binabati. No. Minsan yung focus ng sarili natin sa sarili natin. We're making ourselves an idol. We're making ourselves a God. No? What else? Greed. Are you greedy? No? Yung bang meron ka na, gusto mo pang kunin yun sa iba. That is greediness. No? Yung iba may asawa na, gusto pa yung asawa ng iba. That is greediness. No? Gluttony. Hindi to glutathione. Glutathione, okay lang. At least puputi ka. Okay? And love for possessions. No? Alam mo yung mga bagay sometimes that will hold us back. Like, for example, minsan nagiging hindrance na humayo ka at sundin mo ang Panginoon because something will be left. No? Like, for example, you have a good house, no? And if God asks you, let's say, to go in Cambodia and do the ministry there, or mag-mission ka doon, yung puso mo, ang hirap mag-decide. Okay? Because yung heart mo, yung isip mo ay na-hold back because of the possessions. And sometimes yung nagiging problema natin nagiging idols natin yung mga bagay na yan. Reason why we cannot serve God. No? Minsan, personally, kapag napapagod tayo, but Friday bukas, or Monday, we have a prayer meeting. Sabi natin, pagod ako Hindi ako pwedeng umattend ng prayer meeting. Hindi ako makaka-attend ng Friday worship. So a lot of things. Now we are making ourselves or we're making a thing as gods. And that is what the guy said, a modern idols. Brethren, if you really want to serve God, and then you must put away your other gods. Bury them if necessary. In that case, your choice will be plain and simple. Choose and serve the living God. Serving the Lord requires a determined and unwavering decision. The decision to serve God must be firm and immovable. And I hope and pray this afternoon, by the grace of our holy and living God, who is true to His word from the beginning to the end, that all who truly accepted Him as Lord and Savior will be confident to say, without a shadow of doubt in their hearts or in your heart, I will choose to serve the Lord. And as Joshua declared by his word, and as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Brethren, let us continue to serve God, and as we serve Him, let us also encourage others to do the same. God alone can give grace, yet He blesses our endeavors to engage men to His service. Are you serving God today?
Yes, amen.
Okay, are you part of the ministry of the church?
Amen.
See, ministry of the church is there to give you an opportunity to serve God. Okay? Your talent, your gift was given to you by God, okay, for you to use for His own glory. If you have talent that is not used for His glory, then that will remain a talent, and it will not earn anything. If you use it for God's glory, if you know how to sing, or maybe you're not a good singer, no? But you can sing, why don't you give it to the Lord? Madam Chair is there. She's just waiting. Okay? If you have a gift in teaching, okay? Christy is looking for more teachers sa Sunday school. Okay? If you have a gift of encouragement, okay, then be an encourager. If you have a gift of, what they call this, being generous, then be generous to others. No? No. Maraming bagay, maraming gift, talento, whatever it is, na binigay sa atin ng Panginoon that sometimes we don't use. If you visit my house, okay, makikita rin yung mga gamit ni Vincent na binili namin because gusto niya lang. And once maybe nagamit niya, but never again. Ang tawag doon, sayang. Hindi nagagamit. Don't let your talent, your gifts, na masayang. Okay? You know, brethren, as I mentioned earlier, when God calls us to serve Him, huwag tayong magdalawang isip. Okay? Because that opportunity maybe only comes to you once. Kaya pag may nanligaw sa inyo mga kababaihan, mag-isip kayo. Kasi baka last na yon. Huh? Okay? So, it may not come to you again. Okay? Remember, we don't know our tomorrow. We don't know our future. Serve God while you still can. Don't tell God, I am not yet ready. Don't tell God, I am lack wisdom. Don't tell God, I cannot do this. Don't tell God, I cannot do that. Tomorrow may not come. Better for you to serve God today. As Joshua said in the last part of verse 14, serve the Lord. In conclusion,